Welcome back to today's session. Tomorrow is a holiday, so I really expect you guys to pay attention today because there's certain aspect that you need to learn, and probably you need to come back on Monday with certain assignment that I'm going to assign to you. So let's begin. This is for the third year students, the final year students, 5th semester, and we are doing campus recruitment training. We are beginning with the sounds in communication skills. The reason we are talking about sounds is because we're going to ensure that you are well versed with oral communication as much as possible. All right. So let's begin. This is where we left last day, that is last session. So we learned about the 24 consonant sounds. We looked at examples and certain issues that people usually face. We had a little bit of practice on consonant sounds, and we also learned the beginning of vowel sounds. So these are the vowels that I introduced yesterday. Long vowel a, o, u, a, e. Short vowel a, u, a, e, and diphthong I, ow, and oi. Now let's take a quick example. So these are some examples for the long vowel sound a, which is car, dark, enlarge, mark, impart. Awkward for awe, awkward, hallmark, audience, tall. O, for example, drone, bold, ghost, lotion. U, troop, food, improve, proof. A, for example, display, clay, table, wafers. E, tree, bleed, complete, obsolete. These are the long vowel sound where you need to stress on the sound. And short vowel we have a, like long vowel we had a, this is a. Then we have a, for example, bat, cat, mat, pat, aspect, advertisement, embarrass. We have long vowel oo, this is short vowel oo. For example, could, wool, incubator, pull. For example, pull, I can either write this word in two different ways. Let me give you a quick example on this. So I have a word which is pull. This uses short vowel sounds, right? Now, if I replace the short vowel with long vowel, it will become pool. So there is pull, short vowel, pool, long vowel. Likewise, we have sell, which is short vowel, or we have sail, which is long vowel. Okay. So if you make a mistake in terms of pronunciation, if you shift the long vowel with short vowel, this is the difference that will come across in terms of spelling as well as in terms of the meaning. So if you change the short vowel to long vowel, these are the issues that you will come across. So you got to be careful where you're not making a mistake. All right. For example, we have the word which is fill. This is short vowel, and we have feel. This is long vowel. Okay. So when you shift the sound, it creates a different meaning altogether. All right. Now let's go back. These are the examples again for short vowel. A, above, dusk, convert, impulse. A, for example, aspect, advertisement, embarrass. U, could, wool, incubator, pull. A, for example, head. We don't say head. we say head. Desk, elevate, impress. E, for example, industry, drill, display, information. For example, infer, father, merge, terrific. And here comes diphthongs. Diphthongs are combination of two sounds. For example, I, sky, imply, drive, consignment. Ow, for example, cloud, sprout, bound, browse. Oi, for example, coil, employment, choice, oyster. So how do you master your sounds? You need to practice. How do you master? So read the word carefully, break the word into parts basically in terms of syllables. Break the word into consonant and vowel sounds. If you are effectively able to do this, you will master the consonant and vowel sound, and in turn that will lead to a perfect pronunciation. The English pronunciation that you have in any of the words, these pronunciation has to fall under 24 consonant sounds and 15 vowel sounds. Any word that you take in English language, if the pronunciation is not within the frame of these 24 consonant sounds and 15 vowel sounds, that means you are making a mistake. So in order to eliminate any kind of mistake which leads to misunderstanding at some point of time, you need to master 24 consonant sounds and 15 vowel sounds. Clear? So I'm going to show you the vowel sounds again. So please make a note of it. Long vowel, short vowel and diphthong. Long vowel we have a, o, u, e, e. Short vowel a, u, e, e, Diphthong I, ow, oi. Alright. So these are the vowel sounds. So let's take a quick look at these words. Please make a note of these words. What we're going to do is understand the pronunciation of these words, as well as we're going to break it into consonant and vowel sounds so that we master the pronunciation for these sample words. Tongue, scene, rhythm, computer, geography, environment, government, plurality, determination, derivatives, apartment, disagreement, dislodge, coup, isolation, quarantine, gesture, against, abbreviation, annihilation. All right. Now let me take one of the words. For example, this particular word. Everybody mispronounces this as environment, but actually it is environment. So it's not environment, it's environment. So let's take a quick look at breakage of this word. All right. So it starts with the A sound. I can either say long vowel A, but in that case I will have to pronounce this as environment or environment. It's not environment, it's environment. It's short vowel A, N, N, Y, R, no. Environ, M, A, N, T. It's N, Y, run, meant. Now let's segregate the consonant sounds here. What I'm going to mark is the vowel sounds. Okay. So the one which is marked in red is vowel sound. The remaining one are consonant sounds. Now how many vowel sounds do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. How many syllables do we have? N, Y, rin, ment. 4 syllables. Which means number of vowel sounds equals number of syllables in a word. Remember it that way. Alright. Let's pick another word where people make a lot of mistakes in terms of pronunciation. For example, this particular word which is gesture. So this is not gesture, it is gesture. Alright. So it starts with a j sound, not g, it's j. J, a, j, s. Jes, ch. It's not t, it's ch. Ch, a, r. That's it. So it's jes, ch. Now let me put a separator here. So I have separator, which means there are 2 syllables, jes, ch. This is vowel sound number 1. And this is vowel sound number 2. Gesture. It's not gesture, it is gesture. Let's take another word which is abbreviation. Now let's break abbreviation. It starts with the a sound. A, b, ab, r. Now the question is it long vowel E sound or short vowel E? The answer is short vowel E. Abri, v, I, a, sh, a, n. So let's create a separator. Abbreviation. Abbreviation. Now let's list down all the vowel sounds. Vowel sound number 1. Vowel sound number 2, 3, 4, 5. How many syllables do we have? Abbreviation. Abbreviation. Which means the number of vowel sound equals number of syllables in the word. Alright? Let's take another easy word, determination. This is how you should be practicing at home. Once you are able to do that effectively and efficiently, that will make you a master in pronunciation. It starts with a d sound. Now the question is the determination or determination? Short vowel E. D, T, A, R. D, T, M, I, N, A, Sh, A, N. Now let's create separators. D, T, me, ne, I'm going to mark the vowel sounds now. Determination. 5 syllables, 5 vowel sounds. So, number of syllables in a word is equal to number of vowel sounds. So, this is how I break determination. All right. A word where people usually make mistakes in terms of pronunciation. I showed you environment, I show you gesture. Let me use against. Now, I am going to break this as if I am making a mistake. A lot of people pronounce this word as against. So, I am going to break it with that mistake. A, G, A, age, N, S, T. Okay, so this will be how many syllables I actually have? I have only 2 syllables. Against, 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 only 2. But people make mistake against, against. This is where the problem occurs, because you are making a mistake, you are adding 1 extra syllable. So, this syllable is fine, this syllable is not, sorry, this vowel sound is fine, but this vowel sound is not needed. It's against. In that case, this will come up. It's against. So, it's not again, it's again. Against, no, it's not against, it's against. All right. So, here are the words. Please make a note of it, and I want you to practice. I want you to break it like the way I did it here. I'm going to pause for 10 seconds so that you can make a note of this. All right. So, please do read slowly, break the words into parts and break the words into consonant and vowel sounds to become an expert in terms of your pronunciation patterns. All right. Now, understanding consonant and understanding vowel sounds and consonant sound is one aspect. Remember, I have been using the word syllable a lot. What do we mean by syllable and syllable stress? Now, before that, here is a demonstration of how to break. So, I have the word table. I broke it into all the sounds, table. I have identified what the consonant sounds are and what the vowel sounds are. Okay? All right. Now, let's move on. Today, we are going to introduce syllable and syllable stress, a unit of pronunciation carrying 1 vowel sound with or without surrounding consonants forming the whole or part of a word. That is what syllable is all about. Let me give you the example. I have the word pen, it's just 1 strike, pen. When I use the word pencil, there are two strikes or two beats, pencil. If I have the word computer, that means 1, 2, 3, computer, 1, 2, 3, 3 syllables. I have technology, technology. The correct pronunciation is, it's not technology, it's technology. So if I have technology, the pronunciation technology has 4 syllables, technology, technology, 4 syllables. So every beat of sound in a word is a syllable. All right, you need to remember it that way. Now, how do you identify how many syllables are there in a particular word? Okay, in order to do that, I gave you the example in my earlier demonstration here. For example, if I have the word island, how many syllables do I have? Island. If I have to break it into sound, it's I, L, A, N, D. Island. So I have vowel sound number 1, vowel sound number 2. Okay. So here I have the number of vowel sound identified as a red font equals number of syllables. If I have a word which is country, how many vowels do I have? I have 2 vowels. How many vowel sounds do I have? I still have only 2 vowel sounds. It's k, a, n, t, r, e. So I have this as a vowel sound and e as a vowel sound, country. But there could be certain words where there are more number of vowels, but I need to focus on vowel sound. All right. So that is what we mean by syllable and syllable stress. You cannot make a miss, or you cannot miss out on number of syllables, number of vowel sounds. You need to look at number of vowels. Instead of looking at number of vowels, you need to look at number of vowel sound. Now there is an aspect of syllable stress. What do we mean by syllable stress? Syllable stress means in a word, I stress on a particular syllable of the word. I may have more than 1 syllable. If I have only 1 syllable, obviously that takes a stress. But if I have 2 syllables, which syllable do I stress on and why should I do that? That information also I am going to give you. Take a look at this. So I have couple of pictures. We have a machine that is used to project something. So we say project. The machine is used to project. I have finished my project. So when I'm focusing or when I'm stressing on the second syllable, and when I'm focusing or stressing on the first syllable, the pronunciation changes, the meaning also changes. I gave you the example of this particular word the other day. So I can either have stress on the first syllable, or I can stress on second syllable. Okay. When I stress on the first one, my pronunciation should be content. It should be content. K and O sound. Let me break that for you. So this is how I break it, content. But when I'm stressing and focusing on the second syllable, the pronunciation changes. I pronounce this as content. Now there is a difference in terms of content versus content. Both have different meaning. When I am stressing on the first one, content, it means index or ingredient. When I am stressing on the second one, it means being happy. Are you content with the training? Are you content with your life? Are you content with your progress? That is content. Content, please send me the content of this program. That is different, content is different. All right. Likewise, if I have the word which is subject, I can stress on the first one, subject. Or I focus on or I stress on the second syllable, which is subject. Now when I say subject and subject, when I'm focusing on the first syllable, it means it's a noun. The king wanted to speak to his subject. Mathematics is a tough subject. When I'm using the second example, where the second syllable stress is used, it means that's a verb. Please do not subject the students to any training session during holiday. The rules are subject to change. Okay, so when you use when you have the stress on the second syllable, it means it's a verb. When the stress is on the first syllable, it means it's a noun. All right. Another example, convict. If I am stressing on the first one, it means it's a noun. If I am focusing on the second one, it means it's a verb. For example, the judge sent the convict to the prison. Okay? Second one is a verb. The judge decided to convict the politician. Convict means where the case is proven that the politician is guilty. A person is marked as convicted, only a convicted person is called a convict. Remember it that way. Okay? So please remember, when you shift the stress from between first and second syllable, it always leads to the shift in terms of parts of speech and in terms of the meaning of the words as well. All right? So let's take some more examples here. Discuss, discuss. Now these two are different aspects. Now syllable and syllable stress, there are rules of penultimate and anti-penultimate. What I want you to do right now is make a note of these word endings. I will explain to you in the next session what do I mean by this. Syllable and syllable stress, please make a note exactly the way I have shown. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can take a screenshot. If you're watching it on television, please take please make a note of this. Once you understand and master these word endings for syllable stress, it will be ensured that you do not make any more mistakes in terms of pronunciation, because by now you understand what is consonant sound and what is vowel sound. All right. So I hope this is helpful. So when you master your syllable and syllable stress, now that you know consonant and vowel sounds, we have syllable and syllable stress. Then we'll learn about word stress. You already know syllable stress. You will get to know that. I will talk about word stress. I will talk about rate of speech, and I will also talk about fillers and foregons and intonation. And that's it. Will be done with the sound part or the pronunciation part of oral communication. Then we'll move to grammar, where you'll understand the structure of the language, the parts of speech and everything. Then we'll move to the third segment, which is vocabulary, which allows you to use words in the right context, and then we go to fluency. So once we finish all these four pillars, pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, fluency, that will make you a very, very good communicator in terms of writing and more importantly in terms of speaking. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you again next week on Monday. Thank you.